The knuckle orthosis. This is hopefully available where you're at. It treats any boxer's fracture, metacarpal neck fracture. Interestingly, they are used on either extremity, right or left, ulnar or radial, as you'll see here. And there's a second one, and it will be the opposite of that, where this splint would be used for left ulnar gutter or right radial gutter. Depending on which knuckle you're treating and which extremity, you choose the right splint. These are pictures of the splint applied. They can treat any boxer's fracture or metacarpal neck fracture, index, long, ring, or small. There's alternate videos on ulnar gutter splint, radial gutter splint, and a boxer splint that encompasses all the metacarpals in the video series if you choose to use orthoglass. But this is a nice off-the-shelf option. Here we're taking it out of the box. I think it's convenient to wrap these Velcros back upon themselves and just make loops. They stay out of the way as you're applying it to your patient. And here we are going for a right radial gutter. So I would have chosen the box that said right radial. The thumb goes through the thumb hole for a radial gutter. The splint extends up the index and long finger. So imagine they have an index metacarpal neck fracture non-displaced, or a long finger metacarpal neck fracture non-displaced. You can use it for ones that need to be reduced and you're going to transfer for reduction. This would be appropriate to transfer in so they're protected en route. These simply just Velcro on in their appropriate places. As long as you get the thumb in the right place, the splint works pretty well. Notice the MCPs are in a bit of flexion. This is aluminum inside. You can bend that further. I think ideally you do a little more MCP flexion, and then make sure the ring and small finger MCPs can flex to 90 degrees. Highly important so they don't get stiff. This is the exact same splint, and we're going to go ulnar gutter on the left side. So we do not use the thumb hole. We apply it on the ulnar aspect of the wrist. In the very similar fashion, that strap always goes between the thumb and index web space. Now the last one's going to go and envelop the ring and small digit rather than the index and long as on the opposite side. So this would be treating a ring or small digit metacarpal fracture non-displaced. Here's the MCP flexion now of the index and long finger, at least 90 degrees. And we have some flexion of the MCP joint for the ring and small finger to avoid stiffness. Again, overall, perhaps a little more bend at the MCP joints if you want to bend the splint yourself, but this is appropriate. And there you have it.